this week's episode with Oakley's Funeral Services. Welcome to Behind the Brand JA. My name is Safi. Would you like to introduce yourself?
My name is Marlio Oakley. I'm the founder and managing director at Oakley's Funeral Services.
What's your favorite song at the moment?
Favorite song? I have so many songs, but Berry Summer is one of mine,
Which one?
I don't even know how to start it, but those were the days.
Remember the song you used to make you rock?
Exactly, that's the one.
Yeah, good song. What's your typical lunch? What do you like to have for lunch?
I am a chicken person. So that can work for me just about anywhere I go. So chicken will be an option for me.
Real Jamaican cooked food?
Right.
Rice and peas, curry gravy?
Exactly.
Okay. Tell me about when you started having interest in this line of business.
The line of business started, and I must give the House of Tranquility and the Empathy Funeral Home the credit, moreover the House of Tranquility. So basically my area started, though my cousin, who actually I think is still at Romance, he would have been building casket for Romance. So from time to time my grandfather and I would have ventured to his house in Seaview Gardens. Notwithstanding that my grandfather was known in the Portmore area as one of the agents for Romance. So on a Sunday, you'll see me behind him at various funerals all over the island. But withstanding that, you get big now and you're moving on your own. And I was invited by the House of Tranquility to provide photography and video production services for them. In fact, Tennyson Cornwall, who is now the managing director for that entity, would have invited me there. And so from being there, interacting with him and stuff, there comes a time when I am asked to assist with, this, that, and I was the person who had an interest in the field. Not so much in the dead, but how you care for the dead. They would say the deceased, but giving it the terminology in Jamaica for the dead. So going through there, there comes a time I was called upon to drive one of the hearse because they were short and driver. And given the fact that they would have known that I am able to drive heavy duty equipment, then I'm able to maneuver. So I was tested on one of the Lincolns, the caddies. You will call them the old time hearse. I was given a test to remove that unit from the garage, and upon doing that successfully, I was actually asked to transport the remains in that unit. And upon doing that, I was later given the more classic ones. We would call it.
So you passed the test.
Right. And from there, Tennyson Cornwall and I would have had interactions and stuff. And from there, I was able to serve different families. I remember one day when I went there, he said to me, Oakley, you have to get everything right because soon and very soon you're on your own. And so from gradually I actually became a senior driver, and from there I start moving around the morgue, getting to understand the different tools, the purpose of it, what not to do and stuff. And from there I learned the process of embalming, what it entails, the do's and the don'ts, understand the industry standard. And soon and very soon I was able to branch off on my own, and it's going over 7 years now on my own.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you.
So a lot of people are frightened of funeral home, like they're intimidated by the thought. Did it ever intimidate you to be thinking about starting this venture and being around the deceased? And were you ever a squeamish person, anything like that?
That's a question that has been asked of me several times. Growing up in a Christian home, I understand that the dead has no power. It also teaches me that there are demonic agents that will come and impersonate Master, Miss Carol, wherever it is. What I've learned, that there is no power in the dead. When I have garnered the experience in terms of caring for the deceased, we understand what is required of us. So in a nutshell, I was grown in a manner where I was not afraid of Duppies, because there's no such thing as Duppies. But because of how I was brought up and how I learned, what is required in the industry, no. It wasn't a case that I was afraid of the dead. What I would be afraid of is doing a removal in the nights and coming across gunmen.
Hi, my name is Safia Bird Mears, and I'm the creator and executive producer of Behind the Brand, JA. But what you may not know is that I'm also a brand strategist with over 10 years of marketing experience. And at the end of each episode, I give each guest branding advice. So stay tuned.
Well, Marlio Oakley is a typical Portmore fellow. I grew up in the community of Waterford. I would have spent some time with my mother in the Walton Park area. She later moved to Portmore. So most of my life was actually in Portmore.
How was that? How was it, the environment and everything?
Well, back in my time, we had fun as kids. It's not like now when you have a whole lot of gadgets and stuff. So a typical evening, you'll probably find me in one of those big tractor tires rolling down the road, or we'll have our slingshot looking for lizard, bird, you name it. We used to spend time with the pigeons. So back in my time, as a younger man, I would have tended to a whole lot of pigeons at home because my granddad would have had all of that chickens, the typical youthful days. So it was much more of enjoyable days, marble, the whole thing. We were more fun and adventure. It's not a case where we were locked away on social media and all of that. Because I remember the first time cell phone came in. If you are seen with a cell phone, then you are considered one of those rich guys. Because it was like a heavy-held pouch. What my days were good days.
Awesome. Coming up on Behind the Brand, JA.
There are hours a night that you'll be on the road. You might be getting a call at 3 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning.
How is it dealing with clients? They're usually grief-stricken, stressed out, depressed sometimes. So how is it dealing with the clients?
All right, dealing with the family, as we refer to them, as I would say, we are the family serving other families. We treat them as our own, which means when you come to us, you are now my brother, my sister. And what happens is that you'll have to get to understand them. Personality is a bit tricky, and one of the key areas that you have to do is listen. Listen more, offer solutions in between, but don't quick to drum to say, I understand how you feel. God understand. Yes, I know God understand. But we are dealing with a human part of the person. So when you listen to them, when you make suggestions, when you allow them to make choices, you are able to get to them in most cases. And one of the things that they look for is the environment. When they can come into an environment, for example, like mine, when you can go in an environment like the House of Tranquility, I can use names that will understand that I am giving an example. They want to be in an atmosphere that does not indicate death. Yes, they understand very well, but they want to be in an environment where sometimes I hear us running joke, you wonder if they really lost someone. So those are some of the things that they look for. So welcome to our East Street location. This is where we carry out our mortuary and showroom operations also. So this is where we do all the magic behind the scene. This is where we ensure that your loved one has that last smile on that day. So welcome, feel free. Alright, so at Oakley's we manufacture a wide variety of locally built caskets. You name it and we provide it. We also provide imported metal casket and also wooden casket, of course. But as it relates to casket, it depends on the family's wish, and once they make their wish, we do our layout, and once we do the layout, then normally they are pleased with our design and manufacturing product. So over here is our imported metal caskets. Some families might wish for a metallic casket of different gauge and size, and so we stock them. If we are not in possession of them, then we can ship them for them. Over here are our locally manufactured wooden caskets. They come in different size, color, design, you name it, we build it.
My name is Renee Edwards. I'm the Director of Administration at Oakley's Funeral Services. I have been working here from inception. It gives me the confidence to serve the families the way how they are pleased after serving each family member. So that is what motivates me.
So, what has been the most memorable experience for you?
We were at a funeral, and I'm not sure what happened, but we have, at funerals, you have different sides of the family where they show some sides good, some sides bad, and you have the differences. And we had an uproar, and we called the individual aside and we spoke to them, and pretty much it quenches whatever anger or whatever flare-up they had. So that was one of the most memorable ones that I have.
Was it like a physical fight?
Yes, it was. But eventually everything went well and they appreciated the service. Over the past years, the experience that family members experienced with Oakley's Funeral Services, the comments, the commendations, the services is exceptional. That's what we offer.
So not only do we do burials, repatriation, we also do cremation. It's also one of our main service that many family members will ask for. So we provide urns as one of our products. They ranges from metal, ceramic, among others. Here we have some of the metallic and also ceramic. And so if the family doesn't have the urn and they request an urn, we're able to also provide and source. All right, so today we'll be serving the Malvo and Wentworth family in Lawrence Tavern. We have deceased, she's 94, years of age. We won't say her name for confidentiality of that family. We'll be serving in the Lawrence Tavern division today. All right, so if you notice here with this deceased, she is without makeup. Yes, cosmetics was done, but there was no makeup application in terms of cream and all of those stuff. We did the preserving aspect of the embalming process, and so we were able to use just limited items in terms of presentation, and you will see the finished product here. Because of the nature of the person and the age of the person, we are ensuring that we give the family that lifelike appearance, and as you can see, she's actually sleeping though deceased. All right, so we are going to be loading the deceased shortly for dispatch, and like I said, they are heading to the Lawrence Tavern area in Upper St. Andrew, where she will be honored with a Thanksgiving service, and from there we'll move on to interment in the same area. So a part of our fleet, we have the Escalade, we have the GMC, we have the Suburban. Today we'll be using this white Escalade to serve the Malvo and the Wentworth family. Let me give you a tour of what it looks like. So as you can see, the unit is equipped with microphone. It's also equipped with iron audio equipment. If you're looking here, you're looking on what is called the running board. Some call it the casket bed, some call it the casket bay. It carries a variety of names. This is where your loved one is transported to the place of Thanksgiving and also the place of interment. We are now going to get ready to do the loading of the casket, and from there we'll be moving on to Lawrence Tavern. We'll be serving this family. This is about the 7 persons for this family. These are the persons who entrust us to serve them because of our mantra, as we always say, dignified service for all within the means of all. And so it's not about the price, it's all about us serving another family, and that's what actually contributes to our brand. They know us for what we are all about, not just to say, hey, it's X amount of money, but hey, we are here for you. We ensure that when we serve a family, we serve ourselves. It wasn't a case that I was afraid of the dead. What I would be afraid of is doing a removal in the nights and coming across gunmen.
Wow.
So that is the only thing that we would have actually been afraid of, the living.
Wow. Can you go more into that?
Well, from time to time, there are hours a night that you'll be on the road. You might be getting a call at 3 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning. And doing the removal, it requires, you to go anywhere. You can be going in a volatile area, you could be coming out of a volatile area, and you might come across the living. So that is the only thing that we'll be actually afraid of. But as it relates to being around the deceased, no, we are not afraid.
So you've never had any strange experiences?
No, never had the privilege of having the strangest experience over to see a ghost.
Okay. Everybody curious about that.
Yeah, man. So I'm just putting that myth aside. I always tell persons that what they see, I'm not disputing it, but what they're seeing, it could be one out of 2 things: their imagination or demonic agents. When demonic powers knows that you're not afraid, then there are other ways they use to test you, but not in terms of allowing you to run out of the mortuary or run from where you're going to do a pickup.
Okay. I've asked other persons who would be their dream customer, but I can't ask you that. So what are your long-term goals for Oakley's Funeral Home?
Well, my long-term goal, currently we operate from 3 locations serving the island of Jamaica, because we go island wide. Wherever the family requires us, we'll be there. My long-term goal in the next 5 years or even less, we are hoping that we can get another branch in the western area. I know there are persons, especially in St. Elizabeth, is asking me to open, but as the time goes by, because as you know, this requires a whole lot of investment. So we want to be one of the noted funeral home. We are actually on the map now. We allow our families to talk about us, share with us, and by doing that, we are seeing positive results in the long run.
Awesome. Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Marlio of Oakley's Funeral Services. I see that you have amazing customer relationship management, because whenever I post about you on my IG, one of your clients always commend you for a great service. So use that to your advantage. Get persons who you've helped in the past with their funeral services to record good quality testimonials for you. A video with good lighting and good audio, and have somewhere that prospective clients can go and see those testimonials. Based on my experience, you have a great reputation, your clients love you, so you need to utilize that for your overall success, because as you said, you want to grow to other parts of Jamaica, so utilize those client testimonials. Coming up on Season 2 of Behind the Brand JA, Bright Start Tutor Solution. If you want me to go behind your brand, visit behindthebrandja.com.